like, I just want to tell you something. You're not invisible to us. You're not invisible to me. We know you can do something great with your life. We know you were born to do something awesome. And you're a part of the WFG family, and that means you're gonna freaking win, man. You're gonna win. Don't you ever think you're too small to play here. Don't you ever think this isn't for you. Don't you ever think we don't care about you. We're gonna wait for you on this stage until you get up here, if you'll wait here long enough to get up here. Are you ready? Is stand up if you've been here for the first time.
Get up, get up. Get up, get up.
That's the mistake, to stay standing. And I love you. You ready, brothers and sisters? It ain't no big deal to be here for the first time. It's a big deal to be here for the 10th time. And the 20th time. Sit down, let me explain something to you. See, here's the test. Not that you're here for the first time. Will you be here for the 10th time? Because listen to me, you don't want people around you keep telling you this doesn't work, and even you in your mind start thinking this might not work. There's all these people, but there's this small group winning. You know you thought about it. You're like, I got it. The people at the top, you know, the small group wins, but the vast majority of people, they don't win. That's because you're basing your decision on the 1 year room. This is the 1 year room. That's not how business works. That's why when your family gives you advice, you're gonna laugh that off. What about the 10-year room? Now we start to measure WFG and whether it works. See, if we cleared everybody out of here, and I said the only people in the room that stay have been here 10 years. Those of you that have been here 10 years, how many of you making 6 or 7 figures? It's a completely different business. When you measure WFG on the 10-year room, we crush every business model on planet Earth by a mile. The 10-year room in WFG is something else. Just staying 10 years shrinks the odds where the percentages of your chance of winning is so extraordinarily high. You can take any other business, tech, real estate, any industry, dry cleaners, own a restaurant. You go in their 10-year room, it still looks pretty crappy. The WFG 10-year room, unbelievably good. Never mind, you get to walk into our 20-year room. The 20-year entrepreneur room in WFG, very few of us would be standing that aren't at 7 figures. Some of us 8 figures. Some of us built 9-figure net worths than a 20-year room. And I can't wait to join Thali, a couple of these other guys, in the 30-year room, because that's a ballistic room to step into. So you start deciding you're going to be in the 10-year room. Are you all with me on that? Say yes. I'm telling you, that's the decision. The best ability is availability. You can develop all the skills in the world, but if you're not available to win, you can't collect. A few weeks ago, I got invited to a party with a friend of mine. He's a wealthy guy too, so I don't completely understand this party. But so the snooty version of me was for his kids. He's got twin 6-year-olds, and I said, that's cool, Bruce. I said, what kind of wine are we serving here? You know, can I bring a bottle of wine? You know, what are we doing? He goes, oh no, it's at the park. It's hamburgers and hot dogs and piñata. I'm really looking forward to that party, right? So we get to the party though, and a revelation happened for me when the piñata started. You ever been to a deal where there's a piñata at a party? They put that piñata up on the deal, right? And they take this 6, 7-year-old little kids. It's a pretty crazy tradition, you Latinos, that we've all adopted, right? But you blindfold the child. And then you proceed to spin them into oblivion, and then you give them a bat. And you go get it. So you spin this little dude, and the piñata's over here, and he just starts swinging here blindfolded. You ever seen this? Missing everything. In fact, the people in closest proximity to him are in actual danger in this moment. You actually hurt the people closest to you. Then you finally get him after he's messed up, you kind of swear him away. It's kind of like WFG, isn't it? And then you point it up. See, in the beginning, you get recruited. We just spin your ass around. The whole completely blindfolded. No idea what the hell you're doing. And you just start swinging away. No. You're just swinging and missing. And if you stay, we finally grab you. Go, no. It's over here, man. And then you just start hitting the piñata, don't you? You ever see these kids? Boom. But no candy's coming out. Sounds like WFG, doesn't it? You're just hitting the piñata. You're making contact. It finally the kids is like, screw it, man. And what do? You get them a teammate. You take the blindfold off them. You get another little 6, 7-year-old. You spin their butt around. They get it. They're blind. They're missing everything. You grab them. They come over. They're hitting the piñata. And now 2 of you have been hitting it. No candy comes out. That's WFG. Then we get you another teammate. Blindfold their ass. Spin them around. They start hurting the people around them. Right? Things get worse. Then you go, no, it's over here. But what's happening the whole time is this compound pounding is happening to the piñata. And even though it doesn't look like it, you're starting to break this bad boy up. It doesn't look like it, but it's getting looser and looser. Then you grab a 4th teammate, and a 5th teammate, and a 6th one. And eventually, by the way, some of the original kids who were swinging the baton, they've left the park. But for the ones that stayed around, eventually that guy gets up there, boom! Candy everywhere. And everybody jumps on the candy. Candy for everybody. That's the 10-year room in WFG. The 10-year room in WFG is candy for everybody who stays because of the compound pounding on the WFG piñata. But most of you won't stick around to collect the candy. What you're watching is people up here who were just as blind as you, just as spun around, hurt some people around them just like you, were hitting it and there was no results. Got another, but what they did is they kept getting teammates until the compound pounding, even though it doesn't feel like progress, even though your team goes from 15 to 10 to 5 to 22, back to 3, you make money, then you don't make money, that piñata is getting pounded on. And eventually, bam, and the celebration's amazing, and it looks like what you saw the other night. All I wish for you is that you'll keep pounding away. I learned the concept of compound pounding when I started in this business, and I'm living proof of it. I remember early on in the business, people saying, you're such an exaggerator. He's an exaggerator. He's always saying stuff in the future that's never going to happen. I remember telling the team, hey guys, someday, I know this sounds crazy, we're going to have a convention like this when our arena was half full in 2 conventions, 2 arenas at the same time. You create that, Mylett, he exaggerates. Bam, look what we got. I remember telling our team, hey guys, someday we're going to have bonus pools where you can actually override the entire company. They're like, where are you even get this crap from, man? We're never going to have that. Guess what we got? Bonus pools where you can override the whole company. I told them, guess what, guys? Someday there's going to be like a TV show a WFG person hosts. Like a show that every week it's like kind of like Oprah, but more business-like. Didn't I, everybody? And millions of people are going to watch a WFG leader teach them how to live their lives better. And our whole company's going to transform in their credibility and the way the world looks at us. They're going to look at us like we're the shining star. That person will be one of the leaders in the world in business and life strategy. Guess what happens? Isn't that incredible? So if that can happen here, what can happen in your life? See, the thing you got to remember is that you really are one recruit away from changing your life. You're one decision, one thought. It sounds so hokey, but you're one decision, you're one thought. You know that stuff Swan put up with all his numbers the other day? Did y'all see all that? The part he didn't tell you is that's John Pham and Penny Oy and Andy Newman and tons of different people hitting the piñata with him. That wasn't him. I didn't get up here with me. I got up here with my teammates, all doing it together. And the difference is, you got to find your 7 to 10 key people. The WFG business model, the separation, what you're looking for over your whole career here is 7 to 10 key people. Can you write that down, please? All you got to find is 7 to 10 key people. In fact, we'll pay you a lot of money if you'll just find 2 or 3 key people. The whole business is predicated on you finding a small group of people, but it'll be a massive draft. It's going to take you a long time. It's not the first person or the 8th person, although it might be. But if you find those 7 to 10 people, you will build something incredible with your life. It'll transform your family. And here's what I know. I don't love my children more than you love yours. Rich Thawley loves Cindy, but he doesn't love her more than you love your wife. He just gets to get up here and talk about it all the time. Your wife deserves to win just like his wife. Your children deserve to win just like my children. Your precious babies are in the same company, with the same opportunity, with the same products. This is not about WFG. Ultimately, it's funny. The whole convention's about how incredible WFG is. It's this big monkey show. We're amazing. Look at this. I changed it. The whole meeting, ironically, to this moment, it's looked like it was about WFG, and it never was. The whole time, it's been about you. It's been about you. It's been about your family. It's been about you being willing to step up and make something great happen for your family, to sacrifice for them, to do something extraordinary. Listen to me. You were born to do something great with your life. And it's by no coincidence that you found WFG, that you stumbled in here, that right now you're getting those kind of feelings, man. You're feeling it, you want it, you're scared. That means it's you. It's you. You women in the room, I'm blown away by the ladies of WFG, the sacrifice, the commitment you make. And I want you to hear me on this. You are enough. You are enough right now. You're beautiful, you're special, you're favored, you're gifted. You were born to do something so great, set such an example for your family, to change your family forever. And you men in the room, you gotta step up, guys. You gotta be strong. You gotta fight for your family. This is a fight. Life does not give you what you dream for or hope for. Life gives you what you will pray for and fight for. And we need you fighting for your family. Say amen, yes? Yeah. There's something special about you. There's something anointed about you. It's not by mistake that you're here. You are not invisible to us. But you're gonna have to make the decision. There becomes a point in every person's life if they're gonna do something great. Mine was at that meeting. I was squeezing Christiana's hand. So never are we coming back here where we're invisible. They're gonna know our family, babe. They're gonna know who we are. When we have babies someday, they're gonna be proud of us. We had this conversation in this room that night. I watched more and more people leave, and I stayed and I took it all in. It hurt me that no one knew us. It hurt me I was losing. It hurt me I wasn't fighting. It hurt me I wasn't competing enough. And I let that hurt change me. It's okay to feel a little pain. It's okay to get a little bit down. Because on the other side of that decision, if at some point in your life, you will listen, at some point in life, you will bow your back, man. Ladies, if you'll just step into who you are. Just step into her. Just it's a decision. You just start looking a little different, talking a little different. Rejection bounces off you a little different. You just step in and own who you are as a man or a woman. You make a decision. You plant your feet and you say, this is where I win or I don't win. But I'm going to be in the 10-year room. I want to get a look at that 10-year room. I want to get a look at that 20-year room. I want to travel the world with these people. I want my parents and grandparents and ancestors and my children and grandchildren to be proud of their mama, proud of their daddy, proud of their brother, proud of their sister. And I know this is the place that I can do it. My time is absolutely over for this convention, but I wanted to remind you, you are special. Do something great with your life. Keep hitting that piñata, and I will see you up here, and I will see you in the 10-year room.